have some interesting discussions to talk about, I guess you can call them. The first one we're going to talk about, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows about now recently, is the PlayStation price hike. As if you do not know, as of April 2nd, the PlayStation 5 price for all consoles, all editions, have been raised up, and we all know why. But Megan was very, very intrigued and very interested to talk about this, so I'm going to let her start off.
Sony, what are we doing? Consoles are supposed to go down over the years, not up. Like I get the RAM prices because using the RAM for like AI and stuff like that. But for them to double jump like that, and the price is insane. You mean tell me a PS5 Pro costs as much as the PC? Like, is that not crazy?
I literally said, I was like, console gaming will get to that point where it starts to become like PC gaming. I totally agree. We know why this is happening. I won't get too political on this channel, but we all know why this is happening. If you know, you know. It's just the nature of where the economy is going. I also think that it is mismanagement and the greediness of Sony. Because look at Nintendo. They have, they're in the same boat. They're importing parts from Japan, consoles from Japan, and things like that. And they haven't raised the price. And this is a fairly new console. And I do think that gives them an advantage where they don't want to raise the price because this is still a new console. They don't want to raise it up that much, even though it was the fastest selling console of last year, technically this year. But yeah, I do think that it is a little bit of greediness, but there's a lot of factors that plays into it. So I don't know. I have no idea.
Some gotta change because, like, could you imagine like the prices being this high now? Could y'all imagine a PS6, like how much a PS6 is going to cost now? That's why I'm like, they really don't need to have the PS6 come out right now. They need to push it back until at least 2029, 2030. Like, give it some years before y'all even try to release that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I think like having the PS6 coming out like later on, that gives them a time and advantage to really know like what you're working with as far as how can you make it the most affordable but yet the most powerful console, and how can you market that? I think that gives them a time and a little leeway to get to that point, because here we already have Xbox talking about Project Helix. They're already in the head in the dirt, ready to go, ready to rock and roll and be like, hey, this is our new console, we're gonna roll off with it. And here we have Nintendo just doing what Nintendo does.
Yeah.
Literally. And this gives time for Sony to sit back and look at the landscape a little bit, see what's going on. They get to see how Nintendo's moving, and they also get to see how Xbox is moving. So I think this is a perfect time to really rethink what you want out of the PS6 and what the consumers want out of the PS6. Whatever is missing from Xbox and Switch 2, you fill that spot and you have that advantage. Yes, you're going to take a hit from making these prices go up, but it's a price you have to willing to pay, no pun intended. I will say it sucks for the people who don't have a PS5 or looking to upgrade to the PS5 Pro before GTA 6 comes out. I get it, but this is just the cause. This is just the cause of everything. This is why it's cause and effect. What happened last November is why the things are happening in April.
No. Yeah.
Butterfly effects, So I will say I am hopeful that like maybe towards the end of this year they might rethink And they might change the price. They might change the price lower. Not completely lower, but I don't think it's going to be that smooth $900 that the Pro is at right now.
Yeah.
It is now the standard with the standard PS5 with the disc tray is $649. The PS5 digital is $599, and the PS5 Pro is listed at $899, which is $900 with tax, depending on where you're at. You might be at like $950, $960, and then if you don't have a controller, which it does come with a controller, but if you want an extra controller, you gotta keep in mind that those controllers cost like 85 bones, 75 bones. It's
then shipping and handling too. So
listen, the greediness is starting to get.
Lock them up.
Oh man.
Lock them up.
Lock them up.
Yeah.
She doesn't hear my soundboard. I'm sorry, but I'm using soundboards. I have a Stream Deck now, so I'm using soundboards to spicing it up. But like we said, we got the PS5 when it came out, launch date, and I am forever grateful because it's going to get worse. And I think every console is going to go through that. They're going to go through that shift where they're going to have to try to make enough profit without really hurting the consumer side. But I feel like in a sense where Sony's doing it, they don't really care. They don't care. Sony has been greedy for years.
Yeah, they don't care.
They have been greedy for years. But that goes to say, I literally do not ride the coattails of any of these companies. I don't sit here and be like, yo, I'm a Sony. I love Sony. Oh my God, I love Nintendo. Oh, I love Xbox so much. But no, like any of these. And I say like Sega is like one of my favorite developers just because they make Sonic games. They make Yakuza. They make well, I guess Atlas is a part of Sega, but they make Persona. So it's like, I love it, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, Sega all the way. No, they have made mistakes and they have made dumb decisions. I don't ride these, I'm not like a super fan of like these companies. At the end of the day, they're companies and they're going to screw you over and they're going to screw everybody over that they love. Yep. Just to make their income. And that's what they're there for. I mean, you can't really get mad at them for that. Any closing thoughts?
I'm just thinking about the scalpers. Remember when like the PS5 first came out and they had the scalpers, and now that the PS5 is going back up even more so, I wonder if they will come back. I don't put nothing past scalpers. They just do too much.
No, I do believe it. The people who have the funds, I don't think they're gonna buy it just for themselves. I do believe they're gonna come back as like the newer generations of scalpers for these PS5 consoles. And they're gonna, as usual, they're gonna price it up higher. So these consoles are gonna be probably selling for like $1,500, just because they think that they can get that that profit from it. Unfortunately. And if you are that desperate and you buy a PS5 Pro, all I have to say is, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Why?
It's not for $1,500. Not for. You might as well just save up, and try to just buy
a car or something.
Yeah, and just get the
PC.
Or PC. Because the thing is with PC, you don't have to, be limited to a lot of stuff. It's very open. I think PC is the best. I've never been like so hard on like, oh well, PC and game and the console, and like I never really cared. But at the same time, it's like PC is very open. Modding is very fun, especially when you know what you're doing and you're able to do it. It's very fun. But yikes. Yikes, Sony.
Yeah, big yikes.
Big yikes.
That's not even including the games. Like, you gotta think about, you in the console and like you said, the controller, and you have the games. Like, it's just too much. Gaming is
Yeah.
becoming a luxury. Like